Life rewards action, not intention. Every morning, millions wake up with dreams of success, but only a handful will achieve extraordinary results. The difference? Consistency. Not the occasional burst of motivation, but the steady, relentless pursuit of excellence. I remember meeting a gentleman in Phoenix, Arizona. He wasn't particularly talented or gifted, but he had one remarkable quality. He showed up every single day. While others talked about writing books, he wrote 2 pages daily. While others discussed business ideas, he made 5 sales calls every morning. Within 3 years, he built a $1 million business and published 2 bestsellers. His secret wasn't genius, it was consistency. Success isn't a lightning strike. It's the accumulation of thousands of right decisions made day after day. Think about the Grand Canyon. It wasn't created by a single dramatic event. Water, consistently flowing over rock for millions of years, carved one of the world's most magnificent landscapes. Your success follows the same principle. Most people overestimate what they can accomplish in a day and underestimate what they can achieve in a year. They chase shortcuts, looking for the secret formula to instant success. But here's the truth. Success leaves clues, and the most obvious one is consistency. Look at any field, sports, business, arts, or science. The legends aren't just talented, they're relentlessly consistent. Michael Jordan didn't just play basketball. He practiced basic drills every day, even after becoming a champion. Warren Buffett didn't make sporadic investments. He studied financial statements every single day for decades. Bill Gates didn't just dabble in programming. He spent thousands of hours coding, starting in his teenage years. Let me tell you what success is not. Success is not a matter of luck. Success is not about having the right connections, though they can help. Success is not about being born into the right family or having the right education, though these might give you a head start. The real truth about success is far simpler, yet harder to accept because it places the responsibility squarely on your shoulders. Success is the natural consequence of consistently applying yourself to your chosen field. It's about showing up when others make excuses. It's about doing the work when others are looking for shortcuts. It's about maintaining standards when others compromise. Take the story of a local restaurant owner I met. For 15 years, she woke up at 4 a.m. to prepare fresh bread and ingredients. While her competitors cut corners and bought pre-made products, she maintained her standards. During economic downturns, she kept her quality high. When cheaper ingredients were available, she stuck to her premium suppliers. Today, her restaurant has 3 locations and a waiting list every weekend. Her success wasn't overnight. It was built one early morning at a time, one quality meal at a time, one satisfied customer at a time. This is the compound effect in action. Small, consistent actions might seem insignificant in the moment, but they create unstoppable momentum over time. Think of it like interest in a bank account. A small deposit made consistently, with the interest reinvested, grows into a fortune over time. Your skills, reputation, and success grow the same way. The compound effect works in every area of life. Every workout makes you slightly stronger. Every page you read makes you slightly smarter. Every customer interaction makes you slightly better at your job. These small improvements stack up and multiply, creating exponential growth over time. But here's what most people miss. The compound effect works both ways. Small negative actions, repeated consistently, lead to failure just as surely as positive ones lead to success. Missing one workout won't make you unfit, but missing workouts consistently will. Handling one customer poorly won't ruin your business, but consistently poor service will. The price of excellence is front-loaded. When you start anything worthwhile, you won't see immediate results. This is where most people quit. They practice for a week, work hard for a month, or stick to their diet for 2 weeks. Then, seeing no dramatic changes, they give up, often just before the breakthrough point. Consider the Chinese bamboo tree. For 5 years after planting, you see nothing above ground. But with consistent watering and nurturing, something remarkable happens in the 5th year. The bamboo shoots up 90 feet in just 6 weeks. Was it the 6 weeks of growth that created this stunning result? No, it was 5 years of consistent care, building a robust root system underground. Let me share what successful people do differently. They understand that excellence is a habit, not an act. Take a top-performing salesperson I know. Every morning, without fail, he reads industry news for 30 minutes. He makes 20 calls before noon, regardless of his mood. He updates his client records every evening before leaving. Small actions, done daily, that compound into remarkable results. Or consider Sarah, a concert pianist I met. She practices scales every day, even after 30 years of playing. Basic finger exercises, the fundamentals that beginners learn. Why? Because she knows that excellence demands maintaining standards, especially when you think you've outgrown them. The resistance you feel when starting something new is natural. Your brain is wired to conserve energy, to stick with the familiar. That's why the first month of any new habit is the hardest. You're not just building skills, you're rewiring your brain. The successful people you admire face the same resistance. They just pushed through it long enough for consistency to become comfortable. Here's what happens in your brain when you persist. The neural pathways associated with your new habits strengthen. What once required intense concentration becomes automatic. The energy required to perform the task decreases. This is why successful people can maintain their habits even on difficult days. They've made excellence automatic. Brushing your teeth? You don't debate whether to do it. You don't wait for motivation. You just do it because it's part of who you are. This is the level of automaticity you need to develop with your success habits. Whether it's making sales calls, writing pages, practicing your craft, or studying your field, it needs to become non-negotiable. The price of excellence also includes saying no. No to distractions that pull you off course. No to opportunities that don't align with your goals. No to the comfortable mediocrity that most people accept. Every successful person I've met has a clear understanding of what they must say no to in order to say yes to excellence. Remember this, the time will pass anyway. 5 years from now, you'll arrive at some destination. The only question is whether you'll arrive where you chose to go through consistent action or where you drifted through inconsistent effort. The daily habits of successful people aren't usually dramatic. The novelist who writes 3 pages every morning, the athlete who practices fundamentals for an hour before team training, the entrepreneur who reviews numbers every evening, the parent who reads to their child every night. Simple actions, repeated consistently, compound into extraordinary results. Excellence isn't expensive in terms of daily effort. It's expensive in terms of dedication, of showing up when you don't feel like it, of maintaining standards when no one is watching. But compared to the price of regret, of looking back on a life of inconsistent effort and unrealized potential, excellence is a bargain. Let me share a practical formula for consistency. First, identify one crucial activity in your field. For a salesperson, it might be making prospecting calls. For a writer, it's writing pages. For an athlete, it's training. Now, commit to a non-negotiable minimum daily action. Make it small enough that you can do it even on your worst day. Start with 15 minutes. That's it. 15 minutes of focused action on your most important task every single day. No excuses, no exceptions. This small commitment might seem insignificant, but remember, consistency compounds. 15 minutes daily becomes 91 hours in a year. That's nearly 4 days of concentrated effort on your most important goal. Time management isn't about finding more time. It's about creating unbreakable routines. Successful people don't wait for spare time. They schedule their priorities first. Wake up 30 minutes earlier. Use your lunch break. Turn off the television. There's always time for what you decide is truly important. Your environment shapes your behavior more than willpower ever will. Set up your space for success. A writer I mentor keeps her desk clean except for her laptop and current manuscript. A personal trainer lays out his workout clothes the night before. A top executive I know has his morning routine written on a card by his bed. They remove friction from their crucial activities. Here's your formula for unshakable routines. First, attach your new habit to an existing one. If you want to read daily, do it right after breakfast. If you want to exercise, do it right after waking up. This is called habit stacking, and it's more powerful than relying on memory or motivation. Second, make it impossible to fail. Break down your goal into ridiculously small steps. Want to write a book? Commit to one paragraph. Want to get fit? Commit to one push-up. Success isn't about intensity, it's about consistency. You can always do more, but having a minimum that's impossible to fail builds trust with yourself. Create a success scorecard. Rate yourself daily on 5 key areas: physical energy, mental focus, productive actions, relationship building, and progress toward goals. Use a simple 1010 scale. This takes 3/3. Track your progress. Use a simple calendar. Mark every day you complete your crucial activity. Watch the chain of successful days grow. After a few weeks, you'll find that maintaining the chain becomes more important than the temporary pleasure of skipping a day. Create specific time blocks for your most important work. The most successful people I know treat their crucial activities like important appointments. They wouldn't skip a meeting with their biggest client, so why skip a meeting with their most important goals? Here's a powerful routine structure I've seen work repeatedly. Start your day with what I call the power hour. First 20 minutes, plan your day and review your goals. Next 20 minutes, work on your most important task. Final 20 minutes, learn something new in your field. This one routine, done consistently, can transform your results. Guard your morning routine fiercely. The first hour of your day sets the tone for everything that follows. Successful people know this. They don't check emails first thing. They don't start their day reacting to others' priorities. They start with their crucial activities. Create a shutdown routine, too. The last 30 minutes of your workday are as important as the first. Review what you accomplished. Plan tomorrow. Clear your workspace. This routine gives you closure and prepares you for a strong start tomorrow. Remember this principle: what gets scheduled gets done. Don't say, "I'll make sales calls sometime today." Say, "I'll make sales calls from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Don't say, "I'll work out this week." Say, "I'll work out Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6 a.m. Build buffer time into your routines. Things will go wrong, meetings will run long, traffic will be bad. If you plan every minute, your routine will break at the first obstacle. Leave room for life to happen while keeping your crucial activities protected. Your routine must include recovery. Consistency isn't about working flat out until you break. It's about maintaining a sustainable pace. Include short breaks, take a real lunch, get enough sleep. The most successful people I know aren't just consistent in their work, they're consistent in their rest too. Now, let's address the elephant in the room: setbacks. You will face them. You'll get sick. You'll have emergencies. Life will throw obstacles in your path. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't the absence of setbacks, it's how they handle them. When you miss a day, don't let it become two. When you face a setback, don't let it become an excuse to quit. Consistency isn't perfection, it's persistence. It's getting back on track immediately after a deviation. Think of it like steering a car. You're constantly making small corrections to stay on course. I remember talking to a marathon runner who shared something profound. She said, "In every race, there's a point where your body screams to stop. Champions aren't the ones who never hear that voice. They're the ones who know how to answer it." The same principle applies to your journey. It's not about never facing doubt or difficulty. It's about what you do when they appear. Let me give you a practical approach to handling setbacks. First, analyze without emotion. Ask yourself, what exactly went wrong? Was it within my control? What can I learn from this? Treat each setback as valuable feedback, not as evidence of failure. The most successful people I know keep a lessons learned journal. Every setback becomes a lesson that strengthens their next attempt. Second, maintain perspective. One missed day doesn't erase a month of consistency. One failed attempt doesn't negate your previous successes. Think of building consistency like building a wall. If one brick is out of place, you don't tear down the entire wall, you adjust and keep building. Third, have a backup plan. If you can't go to the gym, have a home workout ready. If you can't make morning calls, have an afternoon slot reserved. If your usual routine is disrupted, have a minimum viable version that you can still accomplish. Successful people plan for obstacles before they appear. Here's a powerful technique I learned from a business owner who built his company through 3 recessions. He calls it the 2-day rule. Never miss your crucial activity 2 days in a row. This simple rule acknowledges that setbacks happen while preventing them from destroying your momentum. Momentum is like a flame. When you're consistent, it burns bright and hot. A setback is like a gust of wind. It can either extinguish the flame if you let it, or make it burn stronger if you protect and fuel it. Your response in the moment of setback determines which outcome you'll experience. Remember this. Every successful person you admire has faced setbacks. They've missed days, failed attempts, and faced obstacles. What sets them apart is their ability to turn setbacks into comebacks. They understand that consistency isn't about never falling, it's about how quickly you get back up. The most powerful tool for maintaining consistency is a long-term vision. You need to see your future so clearly that it pulls you forward, even on days when motivation is low. Write down your vision. Make it specific. What will your life look like in 5 years if you maintain consistency? How will it impact your family, your community, your legacy? A master builder constructing a cathedral. Each day he lays bricks, one after another. To an outsider, the work might seem repetitive, even meaningless. But in the builder's mind, he sees the towering spires, the soaring arches, the finished cathedral in all its glory. This vision transforms each brick from a mundane task into a crucial step toward something magnificent. Your life's work deserves the same clear vision. I met a teacher who didn't just see herself teaching daily lessons. She saw herself shaping the next generation of leaders. Every homework assignment she graded, every lesson she prepared, every student she mentored, all were guided by this larger vision. 20 years later, her former students include business leaders, doctors, and yes, other inspiring teachers. Let me share a technique I call future self-dialogue. Take 10 minutes each morning to write a letter from your future self, 5 years from now, thanking you for the consistency you maintained starting today. Describe the achievements, the growth, the impact you've had. Make it so real you can taste it. This isn't daydreaming, it's programming your subconscious mind with a clear target. Your vision must be both inspiring and specific. Vague goals produce vague results. Instead of, I want to be successful, define what success means in concrete terms. How much money in the bank? How many lives impacted? What specific achievements? What does your daily routine look like? What problems have you solved? The more specific your vision, the more real it becomes. Remember this. Your daily actions are either taking you toward your vision or away from it. There is no standing still. Every choice, every action, every moment of consistency or inconsistency is shaping your future. A clear vision helps you make better choices in the present. Long-term vision provides the context that makes short-term sacrifices meaningful. The entrepreneur working late isn't just missing dinner. She's building a company that will employ hundreds. The artist practicing for hours isn't just repeating exercises. He's developing mastery that will move people's hearts. The parent reading to their child every night isn't just telling stories. They're building a lifetime love of learning. Here's a powerful truth. The size of your vision determines the size of your achievement. Small visions lead to small actions. Big visions inspire consistent, bold actions. The most successful people I've met all have visions that extend beyond their own lives. They see themselves as part of something larger, something that will outlast them. Your vision needs regular renewal. Set aside time each week to reconnect with your long-term goals. Read your vision statement. Update it as you grow. Share it with people who support your growth. The clearer your vision stays, the easier it becomes to maintain consistency through challenges. Build a vision board, but not the kind you typically see. Instead of just pictures of material success, include images and words that represent the impact you want to have, the lives you'll change, the problems you'll solve, the legacy you'll leave. Place it where you'll see it during your daily, crucial activities. This vision becomes your North Star. When distractions tempt you, your vision keeps you focused. When obstacles arise, your vision gives you strength. When others doubt you, your vision sustains your conviction. When success comes, your vision ensures you don't rest on your laurels, but keep pushing toward even greater achievement. Create a daily success system. Track your consistency. Use a simple calendar or journal. Mark every day you complete your crucial activity. Watch the chain of successful days grow. After a few weeks, you'll find that maintaining the chain becomes more important than the temporary pleasure of skipping a day. Let me share a proven system that's transformed the lives of countless individuals I've mentored. Start by identifying your 3 non-negotiable daily actions. These aren't your only tasks, but they're the ones that move the needle most significantly toward your goals. Write them down each night before bed. This primes your subconscious mind to start working on them while you sleep. Your morning routine becomes the foundation of your daily success system. Wake up at the same time every day, yes, even on weekends. Your body craves consistency. The first hour is sacred. No phone, no email, no news. Instead, use this time for what I call your power start ritual. 20 minutes of planning, 20 minutes of learning. 20 minutes of your most important task. Minutes, but provides invaluable data about your performance patterns. After a month, you'll see clear correlations between your habits and your results. Time blocking is crucial. Don't just make a to-do list. Assign specific time slots to each important task. I know a CEO who blocks his entire day in 30-minute increments. What gets scheduled gets done, he told me. Everything else is just wishful thinking. Your calendar becomes your commitment to yourself. Measure what matters. If you're in sales, don't just track sales. Track calls made, proposals sent, follow-ups completed. If you're writing, don't just count pages. Track research time, editing sessions, ideas generated. These leading indicators predict your results and help maintain motivation when immediate outcomes aren't visible. Build review points into your system. End each day with a 5-minute reflection. What worked? What didn't? Where did you waste time? Where did you make progress? Weekly reviews go deeper. Look for patterns, adjust strategies, celebrate wins. Monthly reviews focus on bigger trends and course corrections. Create accountability within your system. Share your goals with someone who cares about your success. Report your progress regularly. Join or create a mastermind group. External accountability adds another layer of motivation to maintain consistency. Use technology wisely. Set up automatic reminders for your crucial activities. Use habit tracking apps if they help, but remember, technology should serve your system, not complicate it. The most effective systems I've seen are often the simplest. Implement what I call the 1% rule. Look for tiny improvements you can make to your system each day. Maybe you can start 5 minutes earlier. Maybe you can eliminate one distraction. These small adjustments compound over time into significant improvements. Your system needs built-in flexibility. Life happens. Have backup plans for your backup plans. If you can't do your morning routine, have an afternoon version ready. If you can't get to the gym, have a home workout planned. Never let circumstances become excuses. Track your energy patterns. Notice when you're most focused, most creative, most productive. Schedule your most important work during these peak times. Guard these hours fiercely. This alone can double your effectiveness. Build recovery into your system. Schedule breaks between focused work periods. Take a real lunch break away from your desk. Plan 1 day a week for rest and renewal. Consistency isn't about working nonstop. It's about maintaining a sustainable rhythm. Create different modes in your system. I call these focus mode, creative mode, and maintenance mode. Focus mode is for your most important work. Creative mode is for brainstorming and planning. Maintenance mode is for routine tasks and administration. Each mode has its own rules and routines. Regular calibration is essential. Every 90 days, do a deep review of your system. What's working? What needs adjustment? Are you still focusing on the right activities? Are your metrics still meaningful? Your system should evolve as you grow. Remember this. The system you build today shapes the success you'll experience tomorrow. Make it simple enough to follow daily, robust enough to handle setbacks, and flexible enough to grow with you. Your mind must be prepared for this journey. Start each day with purposeful silence. 10 minutes of quiet reflection can set the tone for 24 hours of focused action. Use this time to visualize your success, review your goals, and strengthen your commitment to consistency. The mind is like an engine. It needs proper warm-up before peak performance. I learned this from a surgeon who never starts his day rushed. He arrives 45 minutes before his first procedure, sits quietly in his office, reviews his cases, and mentally rehearses each operation. This mental preparation has helped him maintain an exceptional success rate for over 2 decades. Focus isn't about forcing concentration, it's about removing distractions. Clear your workspace. Turn off notifications. Create what I call a success environment. A top performer I know puts her phone in another room during her crucial work hours. If it's truly urgent, she says, they'll find a way to reach me. Everything else can wait. Build mental resilience through what I call pressure training. Start small. Set a timer for 20 minutes and work without interruption. Gradually increase the duration. Soon, you'll develop the mental stamina to maintain focus for extended periods. Your mind strengthens just like a muscle through progressive challenge and recovery. Successful people aren't motivated every day. They've just learned to act without motivation. They've built systems and habits that carry them through low-energy periods. They understand that mood follows action. Start moving, and motivation will catch up. Practice what I call mental rehearsal. Before any important task, take 2 minutes to see yourself performing it successfully. See the details. Feel the confidence. Professional athletes use this technique before every competition. You can use it before sales calls, presentations, or any crucial activity. Develop a reset ritual for when focus slips. Take 3 deep breaths. Stand up. Stretch. State your main goal aloud. This simple pattern, done consistently, becomes a powerful tool for maintaining mental clarity throughout the day. Your self-talk shapes your performance. Replace "I have to" with "I get to." Instead of "this is hard," say "this is making me stronger." These aren't just positive thinking tricks, they're mental tools that shape your perception and performance. The world is full of talented failures, people who had every advantage but lacked consistency. Meanwhile, average people with extraordinary consistency achieve remarkable results. They understand that success is not about intensity, it's about consistency. Right now, you have a choice. You can continue living like most people, riding the waves of motivation and hoping for success. Or you can commit to consistency, the one factor that virtually guarantees achievement over time. The actions you take today might seem small. The phone call you make, the page you write, the skill you practice, they might feel insignificant. But remember the bamboo tree. Remember that every great achievement in human history was built one consistent action at a time. Your future is created by what you do consistently, not occasionally. Start today, not tomorrow, not when you feel ready, not when conditions are perfect. Choose your crucial activity. Commit to your minimum daily action. Set up your tracking system. Success is not a destination you reach, it's a habit you practice every single day. Remember, the pain of discipline weighs ounces, while the pain of regret weighs tons. Every day you delay is a day you'll never get back. Every consistent action you take brings you closer to your goals. The choice is yours, and the time is now. Your consistency will create your future. Your daily actions will shape your destiny. And years from now, you'll look back and understand that your success wasn't built on one magnificent moment, but on thousands of small, consistent actions that you chose to take day after day after day. Start now. Start small. Stay consistent. Your future self will thank you for the foundation you build today. Success demands consistency, and consistency demands your commitment now.